Well, the race for the World Series crown is down to 8. And a capacity crowd is in postseason form as we get you ready for this one. It's Game 1 of the National League Division Series between the San Francisco Giants and the Washington Nationals. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Yeah, and you can see how these two teams stack up. And it's hard to say exactly who you'd give the edge to right now. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if the pitchers were the guys that got the upper hand in this series.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 Washington Nationals.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. And a look now at Bruce Bochy's lineup card for the Giants. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, I think just putting this guy into the stretch early and often. Look to get the leadoff hitter on base to give themselves the best opportunity to score runs throughout the game.
Max Sherzer will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, he's got a career ERA of just under 3.5. He's thrown some great ball games in his career. He's thrown some real clunkers. Hopefully, for his sake, he throws well in this one.
With a moment now, let's take a look at how the Nats will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
Striding into the box, Joe Panic, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Not a bad night to bring the parka along. 54 degrees at game time. Sherzer looks in. Here it is on 2-1. To short, hit hard. Espinosa's there. And taken in out there for the first out.
In the second spot tonight, the fielder, Angel Pagan.
Digging in the switch hitter, Angel Pagan, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Very weakly on the ground, but that one rolls foul. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Bounce to first. And he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
Batting first, the catcher, number 28,
Buster Posey gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Up high, 2-1 now. Time to check our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Freddie Ferguson.
Yeah, Ferguson might call a few strikes below the knees from time to time, but he tends to get pretty high praise. He's consistent, and he gets the call right just about every time.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball is outside, and it's full now, 3-2. What's the call here?
I still don't think I throw him a strike. There's a good chance that he's going to be chasing something, expand the zone, so you make him show you that he can hold back.
Full count. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Giants are down 1-2-3. And now the Nationals get their first opportunity. No score. Time now from our nation's capital to take a look at the Nats starting lineup. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Steve?
I'll tell you what, this team has their ace on the mound, so it's probably not going to take a whole lot of offense to get a win for them.
Madison Baumgardner gets the call in hostile territory here for Game 1 of the division series. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, remember, he's not a lot of fun to face because he's got 5 pitches. As a hitter, you've got to worry about the ball coming in, moving away, the speed. He's a lot to handle when you're up at the plate.
Now that we have a chance, let's take a look at the Giants lineup defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, the last place you want to hit it, to the shortstop. Actually, anywhere between second and third base. That's how much range he has out there at this position. Very aggressive player, makes a lot of great defensive plays.
Count is full. Here's the pitch. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Ripped on the ground to first. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Oh, nothing too out of the ordinary right there. He just doesn't look this one into his glove. And now all of a sudden, they've got a man on here to begin this inning.
Stepping in now, Anthony Rendon. Now a late square, and this could be hard enough to get to. Only play to first, so the sacrifice works that time.
Well, I think this is going to wind up working pretty much like a sacrifice, but I don't think that's what he had in mind. This wasn't a show early and make sure you get it down kind of a bunt. He was trying to beat that one out, but a good throw is going to take care of him.
So a runner aboard at second here with one away. And that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Helping him out here as he swings and misses to fall behind a ball and 2 strikes.
Boy, this is an ideal start here so far in Game 1. You get the scoreless top half. And now right away you've got an opportunity here to score first and really put the pressure on right from the outset of this series.
And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away. And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at the big picture here. There you see the participants in this year's playoffs. Ryan Zimmerman, the hitter now with a chance to pick up that runner from second with 2 away.
And this could prove to be a huge at-bat in this game because you don't want to let these type of scoring opportunities slip away early.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Back with more from Game 1 after this. Brandon Belt makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second. All even now, 2-2. Slider, oh, look out, as that one just about took his nose off.
Oh, and even though that's not intentional, as a hitter, you still hate to see that ball up around your eyes.
Popped high in the air, calling for it, Zimmerman. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Batting fifth, shortstop, Brandon.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And stepping in, the slick fielding shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Scherzer against the sign. 1-1 pitch on its way. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
Yeah, and on 2-1 right now, you got to figure this guy's wound up for the fastball here. Maybe you come with the breaking ball here out of the zone and hope he goes after it.
Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
Right over the top here with the four-seam fastball. Good drive through the release. Just threw it right by him at the letters.
Into the box, Jarrett Parker. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
If you're going to beat this guy, it's probably going to have to be up. You know, when he's at the knees like that or lower, especially with the fastball, he's tough to hit.
Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Giants down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Daniel Murphy will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second. A little bouncer. And he's retired, 1 away.
Batting sixth, left fielder, Jason Worth.
So the base is empty here with 1 away. And here's the left fielder, Jason Worth. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And the throw to first is there to record the second out.
Batting seventh.
Boy, that's a really nice play there behind the plate. He doesn't panic. He takes his time and makes the good throw on to first. So score that a strikeout with a 2-3 put out for good measure.
Into the box now, Danny Espinoza. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. We're back with more of Game 1 after this message and a word from our local stations. Connor Gillespie will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the third inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
And he pulled the string a bit too sharply there on a curveball as it's down around the shoe tops. Changeup, called strike 3 as he rolls his eyes at the call. 1 away.
You know, and I think most hitters will tell you, if you get a bad call on strike 1 or strike 2, you know, they can live with that. But if you're going to punch me out on strike 3, it better be a strike. If not, I feel like you're taking the bat out of my hands.
Standing in now, Gregor Blanco. Got him to go after the change there, and that'll run things full 3 and 2.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Rendon is able to look this one in just past the third base dugout, and that's out number 2.
The pitcher, number 40.
Madison Baumgardner will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1, 2, 3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Giants are down 1, 2, 3. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Back with Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian here as it's Wilson Ramos that gets set to lead off the Nationals half of the inning. Baumgartner into his motion. On his way with the 3 and 2. Hit hard on the ground to second. That gets through, and he'll start the inning off with a base hit.
Yeah, an ideal setup here with the pitcher on deck. He comes through with a solid single to start things out, and now you give your pitcher a chance to bunt you over and make a productive out.
The pitcher, Max Sherzer, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. Spin throw to Crawford for 1. And now, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there.
Well, this is a good job to get the first out of the play, but the return throw leaves a little to be desired. And that'll wind up being a huge throwing error that allows the batter to reach second.
Coming to the plate now, Ben Revere. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Hard liner toward short, but right at the shortstop for the second out.
The third baseman, number 6,
Anthony Rendon did his job in his first at-bat, laying down a successful sacrifice bunt. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. And he takes ball 4. So now at least they're set up for the force at any base here with 2 away.
34,
Bryce Harper stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
high in the air out to center field. Parker has it in his tracks. And the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back with more from Game 1 after this. Joe Panik will stand in to begin their half of the fourth, with his guys still looking for their first hit of the ball game.
And still looking for their first base runner, too. 9 up, 9 down.
Now a swing and a fly ball. Worth on the move. And he's retired here, 1 away.
Now batting,
Angel Pagan stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Giants are still searching for their first hit of the ball game. One and two now as that one's fouled off. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first two are retired here to begin inning number 4.
And that changeup's not really a pitch you can sit on with 2 strikes, because if he gives you that fastball, you'll be an hour late on it. That's a great job of not showing that pitch until he was ready to punch him out.
Buster Posey digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
No runs, no hits, and 2 errors to this point for San Francisco. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Giants down in order. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Ryan Zimmerman is set to lead us off in the 4th inning.
Well, the tough man on base would be huge.
Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Trying to strike him out for the 2nd time. And, oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
And you know, the problem with this slider, and it almost sounds stupid to say it, but sometimes it can literally move too much. I mean, it's a great pitch, don't get me wrong. But here, look at how far this thing runs in. That's a pitch that can be hard to control at times, and here it winds up costing him.
In now, Daniel Murphy. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the 4th inning. 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
Baumgardner sets, trying to work it full on 3-1. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2.
It might not be a bad time to have a look over to first. Make sure they don't have any ideas of trying to send him to keep out of the double play.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Moving under it, Pagan looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Now to the plate, Jason Worth. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats in left. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Oh, and that's a sweet pitch right there. You know, on the mound, there's very few things that can happen negatively with this location. I mean, you're either going to swing and miss, you foul it off, or you hit it into the ground where it becomes a double play. But I'm sure on the mound, you'll take the strikeout.
Stepping in now, Danny Espinoza. High in the air out towards shallow right. Blanco moving to his left. And that ends the inning. One left for Washington. Through 4. Still tied. 0-0. Brandon Belt will stand in to lead things off here. And his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront. And this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Scherzer's ready. Here it is on a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. All right, 4 scoreless innings in the books. What's it going to take to push across our first run?
Well, I think both pitchers have really dominated so far. This is where getting the leadoff guy on is so key. You know, get the pitcher into the stretch, get him out of his comfort zone, then maybe your offense can go from there.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
Well, right now, that fastball's been so good, he really hasn't needed any of his secondary pitches. Another good heater there.
Into the box now, Brandon Crawford. High and wide, 2 balls and a strike.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
And here's a pitch taken by Crawford for a ball. 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full. 3-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Ready now with the payoff pitch. Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
And remember now, he finished off the previous inning with back-to-back strikeouts. And now he started this inning with 2 more. So he's really got it working out there now.
Into the box, Jarrett Parker. Swing and a ball lined hard towards short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Giants are down 1-2-3. Halfway home, still no score. Wilson Ramos comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Into his motion, here comes the 3-1. In the air to center field, and deep back is the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is going to be a home run. So it's a solo shot to dead center. His first homer so far in the series. As the Nationals strike first, it's 1-0.
pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
In now, Max Sherzer. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
And not only has he been dominant on the mound, he's now out hitting the opposition as well. It's tough to do much better than that.
Ben Revere digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Hit hard back up the middle, and that'll get down for a base hit.
And you can see the pitching coach heading for the mound, and this is nothing more than just trying to reassure your guy and give him a chance to compose himself. He's been great so far, so there's no reason to think that he can't work out of this.
Stepping in, Anthony Rendon. He drew a walk his first time up. Now a ball lifted high in the air towards shallow right center field. Blanco over to his right, makes the play, one away. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
Right fielder number
Bryce Harper will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Parker has a read on it. 2 down. And the tag's there. He's out at third base. It's a double play, and just like that, the inning is over. Nats get 1, and it comes on this swing by Wilson Ramos. We're through 5 innings here tonight. It's now 1-0 Washington. Connor Gillespie makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
Still pretty early, but they don't have any hits yet, so you need to get it going offensively.
Sherzer into the windup. Here's the 1-1. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there. Boy, that changeup's had him eaten out of his hand.
Oh, and they've been falling all over themselves trying to get it. But you've just got to know that that's not going to be a strike. It looks like it is, but it isn't.
Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Grounded to short. Espinosa's up with it. And safe, says the first base umpire, as the throw was too late.
Well, that has to be a huge disappointment for that guy right there. He made yet another great pitch, but this is going to wind up as an infield single, and it's going to take away the no-hitter along with it.
Gregor Blanco will stand in, and Steve, with the no-hitter gone now, he's got to remind himself he's still got work to do out there.
Now, he sure does. This game is not over by any means. You've got to take any no-hitter thoughts and put those out of your mind and go back to focusing on the task at hand.
Nobody out, runner on first. And he lays off a pitch off the plate and high, 3-2.
They tried to get him to bite on that pitch, but it was way out of the zone there. It didn't even tempt him. Now he'll need to make a much better pitch here on a 3-2 count.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. There to gather it in is Worth for the first out of the inning. Madison Baumgardner comes to the plate, possibly receiving a bunt sign in order to stay out of the double play.
Yeah, and everybody's got a different opinion on this situation. But in reality, it really comes down to how the pitcher is with the bat in his hands and what he can do.
1 and 2.
And that fastball's too much for him there, 1-2.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Well, not only is that 10 strikeouts now, but I'll tell you what, we've still got a few innings to go here. If he keeps throwing the way he is, he can make that number really interesting by the time this one's through.
Joe Panik will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
3-1.
This is a good fastball spot for him now, and keep in mind, he's got a big hole on that right side of the infield.
That misses, ball 4, and Panik's aboard.
Oh, and you know he wanted that one. Now the inning will continue, and the guy moves up into scoring position here.
So stepping in, Angel Pagan, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Trying to hold the lead. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. Giants leave a couple. They trail this one 1-0. Ryan Zimmerman will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the one run. That's it.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. He'll throw down to first, 1 away.
Now batting.
Oh, this one could have been trouble. But that's a nice play behind the plate to clear himself of the runner and then make a good throw on to first base to get the put out.
Standing in now, Daniel Murphy. High in the air and deep to left center field. Parker ranging back, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo shot there for Daniel Murphy. His first homer here in the series, and the Nationals move out in front here 2-0.
Ooh, that's a mistaken location right here, and it could wind up really coming back to haunt him. This is a solo home run, and it makes this a 2-run lead now, and with the way their starters thrown the ball so far, it may wind up being all he needs.
Into the box now, Jason Worth. Way outside, nearly to the backstop, 2-1. Now some action out in the Giants bullpen as they'll have both a left-hander and a right-hander get loose. Hard liner to center field, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Yeah, he got a little revenge there. He struck out twice before that, and now he gets him back with a solid base hit.
Danny Espinoza steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there's your second out of the inning.
Well, this curveball, it just disappears. He thinks he's right on it at the plate. And look where it winds up. Completely out of the zone. That's what you want as a pitcher. You want hitters to chase pitches that aren't strikes.
Wilson Ramos will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Blanco posts under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. One in the inning for the Nationals on the solo home run. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up to start the 7th. It's 2-0 Washington. Back here at Nationals Park. 7th inning coming up now in game 1 as we take a look there at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Buster Posey will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
And that's what happens when you get two starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and a very even game through 6 innings.
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. That one's in there, 3-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
Here comes the 3-1 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is taken in for out number 1.
The first baseman, number 9, Brandon.
So 1 away now. Here's Brandon Belt, the first baseman. 1 out, nobody on. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. Cannot be giving up walks at this stage of the game, because those could be fatal.
Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes.
This is turning into a great battle at the plate.
Hit hard to the right side, but foul, so we'll see if he can straighten that out. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Pulled toward right center field. After it is Revere, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
And that's a big double right there, down by 2, but more importantly, that's going to get the tying run to the plate. So we're going to see how they want to handle this defensively now with the open base.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. Into the box, Brandon Crawford on the ground near home. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Center fielder number 6.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Jarrett Parker. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1.
You know, sometimes guys get caught up in thinking about being the big hero. The key here, though, is just keep it simple. See the ball, hit the ball. Usually the best results come with that mindset.
To 2-2 now. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Giants leave one. They trail it here 2-0. George Cantos will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home seventh.
George Cantos.
Max Sherzer will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
Stephen Drew is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the seventh.
Stephen Drew.
And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2.
So often playoff baseball comes down to the bullpen, and this is going to be a bullpen game from here on out.
Swing and a ball hit fairly well, heading high and deep toward right center. Oh, and he misses it. And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double.
Yeah, it looked like a fairly routine play there. Don't know if he took his eye off it or what, but he winds up basically whiffing on the catch, and that's going to wind up a two-base error.
Stepping in now, Ben Revere. Oh, and he lays one down here, and this is going to be a tough play. Gillespie scoops it up. Oh, and Revere much too fast. He's aboard with a bunt single.
Man, he can flat out fly. I mean, once this thing got down, you figured if this is a fair ball, it's a base hit. That's almost too easy there.
Anthony Rendon will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
And I'm sure he'd like a base hit right now here of any sort. But, hey, another fly ball wouldn't be all that bad because he should be able to drive in a run with a sacrifice fly.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. Swing, line drive. That's going to be troubled. In to score is the runner from third. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
Just a line drive right back where it came from. He was all over that one, and that'll get that runner in for third base.
So it's first and second now. Nobody out. And that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. 2-1. Here it is. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Hit hard on the ground towards second. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
A good job there of making a two-strike adjustment. Very compact there. He uses the middle of the field, and this just finds its way into center for a base hit.
Ryan Zimmerman will stand in now. 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch so far. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Drives it the other way to deep right. Blanco going back to the track, to the wall. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. His first homer so far in the series as this lead swells to 7-0.
Nowhere to put him. You can't walk him. You can't pitch around him. So he has to come in with something right here. And boy, this guy was just lying in the weeds waiting for this pitch. And this is the big salami right here.
Daniel Murphy will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Line towards center field. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Boy, they are really sticking it to him right here. That's the 5th hit he's coughed up in this inning alone. And you got to believe that that leash is getting a little bit shorter with each passing batter.
Corey Guerin will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Jason Worth will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher as he'll do so with the runner at first and nobody out.
Well, he hasn't swung the bat all that well against the other guys, so hopefully this new pitcher will give him a chance to swing it a little better. 2 strikeouts already.
Chopped foul right at home plate. A runner at first with no outs here. Struck him out as his woes continue as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game.
You know, it seems like every time we check these out and show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
In now, Danny Espinoza. Good time to call the change as he swings and misses for strike 2. I think that man right there is reaching the end of his wits.
Oh, his team is absolutely imploding right now, and it basically came out of nowhere.
Hit in the air to straightaway center. Parker moves over. 2 gone. Wilson Ramos is into the box now. He hit one over the wall back in the 5th. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Struck him out, and the inning finally comes to a close. So they put up a big number in the inning as 5 crossed the plate, and this was the biggie here, the grand slam home run. 7 complete here tonight. It's now 7-0. Matt Belisle will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Connor Gillespie steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time here tonight.
And after that pitch was called a ball on the pitch before, I mean, I think this actually qualifies as strike 4. You know, on the mound, he's probably thinking, hey, can I apply the credit to the next guy?
Into the box now, Gregor Blanco. A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Ah, that thing's knee-high on the outside third of the plate. Pretty understandable why he couldn't catch up with that one.
Swing and a flare hit toward right. Harper is under it. Makes the play, and there are two gone now.
The pitcher, number 62.
Number 1 will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. Giants down in order. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Number 64 is on, and he'll take over on the mound.
Number 64.
Michael Taylor is going to grab a bat here as he looks to try to set the table in the bottom of the 8th as they look for some insurance. Drilled on the ground to short. Crawford fields it cleanly, and a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Center fielder, number 9, Ben Revere.
Digging in to try it again, Ben Revere. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Had him fooled as this is popped up back behind short. There to take this in is Crawford, and there are 2 away now.
The third baseman, number 6, Anthony Rendon.
Anthony Rendon steps in after hitting an RBI single his last time around. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. Bryce Harper would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Blanco racing back. Gone! Anthony Rendon connects on a solo shot. His first homer here in the series as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
You know, one lesson that can be tough for a young reliever to learn is that hard and straight, it's a bad combination. I mean, this is a 4-seam fastball. He runs it up there pretty good, but it's straight as a string. You give a good big league hitter that pitch in that spot, I don't care how hard you throw it. It's going to get hit a long way.
Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2. That look says it all in the third base dugout.
That's not the look of a guy who's going to be sleeping well tonight, is it?
Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Good battle. Count remains full. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. Nationals able to add on thanks to the long ball. Last chance coming up for the G-men. It's now an 8-0 ball game. Felipe Rivero will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here.
Felipe Rivero.
Joe Panik will stand in now to begin their half of the 9th in a game that was decided long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now, but hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. 2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the 9th.
Yeah, nothing on the scoreboard yet, so maybe this can be a start as he's on base to lead off the inning.
Angel Pagan ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
The catcher, number 28, Buster Posey.
Buster Posey will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole. Hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Harper coming on. 1 out. Brandon Belt gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Now a swing and a miss, maybe even a foul tip, but it's held onto behind the plate for out number 2.
Well, he allowed the first 2 guys to get on in this inning, and that's something you never want to do. But then he bears down. He gets the previous guy to fly out. Then he comes up with a huge strikeout right here. That's a good job to bounce back just when things were starting to look a little grim.
In now, Brandon Crawford. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. 2 down, runners at first and second. This is skied out to deep center field. Revere going back. Gone. A fence scraper, but still good for 3 runs. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. His first homer so far in the series. As they cut the gap a bit, it's now an 8-3 ball game.
Well, he made a pretty nice comeback and looked like he was on the verge of working out of this inning unscored upon, but he made one final mistake here. It's going to cost him 3 runs after all.
Into the box, Jarrett Parker. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first is going to be in time, and the Nationals have taken their first step as they claim game one here at home. This ball game is over.
Yeah, and you know this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
And guys, we were treated to an excellent pitching performance in this one by the gentleman you see right here, Max Sherzer. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was really overpowering guys out there. Look at the line score. He winds up with 11 strikeouts, and he definitely was a deciding factor in this one.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. Washington is victorious in this one, 8-3. Good night from D.C.
The final line score for the ball game tonight. For the victorious Washington Nationals, 8 runs on 12 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Giants, 3 runs on 3 hits. 3 errors. They also left 3 men on base. The winning pitcher is Max Sherzer. Loss goes to Madison Baumgardner. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 26 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Nationals Park, 41,222. The Nationals thank you for your attendance and remind you to please drive home safely.